If you are an Etsy seller right now, you've probably felt that incredibly specific frustration. You spend hours, maybe even days, crafting the perfect product, setting up a listing, and then nothing. You just hear crickets. But here is the secret we're diving into today. AI can now optimize those listings almost instantly. In today's explainer, we're going to walk through exactly how I used AI to completely overhaul Etsy listings. And perhaps even more interestingly, we'll look at why small e-commerce sellers are eagerly paying freelancers top dollar to do this exact service for them. It's all about securing a real, measurable ROI. So let's get into it.
So, let's start with the big question. Why are your once successful listings suddenly completely invisible? You know the feeling, right? You used to rank on page 1, sales were coming in naturally, and now you can literally barely find your own products even when you search for them. It's maddening. Well, the hard truth is that the old rules of SEO just do not apply anymore. The platform has fundamentally changed how it decides what buyers actually see. If you're still relying on that same playbook from, say, 2 years ago, you are, unfortunately, actively burying your own shop.
All right, let's move right into Section 1, the 2026 Etsy algorithm and adapting to these new rules. Okay, Etsy has made something very, very clear recently. They optimize for the buyer above absolutely everything else. And that brings us to this single, absolutely critical number. $6. In a massive 2026 update, Etsy actually began actively penalizing US domestic listings that have shipping prices over $6. So think about what that means. If your print-on-demand mug or your custom hoodie costs $8 to ship, the algorithm is deliberately pushing your listing down in the search results. No way around it. The fix here? You basically have two options. You either need to absorb that extra cost into your actual product price and offer free shipping, or you have to set a flat rate that stays completely under that $6 threshold. Now, onto the second massive change, and this is a big one. The old method of keyword stuffing? Yeah, it's officially dead. You know that giant jumble of words sellers used to cram at the very top of a title? It used to work like a charm, but not anymore. Etsy's new rules strictly requires natural buyer-friendly titles, and ideally, you want to keep them under 15 words. It's all about clarity now. You need to lead with what the item actually is, give maybe the top 3 descriptive details like the color or the material, and then take all those situational occasion keywords like Father's Day gift or birthday present and move them entirely into your tags. Keep the title clean. Let's transition to Section 2, why sellers pay for AI, and how this scales the workflow. Look, updating hundreds of listings manually, one by one, is an absolute nightmare. Nobody has time for that, which is exactly why 95% of e-commerce brands that are using AI are seeing a really strong return on investment. But here's the real hidden opportunity I want to highlight. Savvy freelancers are taking this exact process and packaging it as a monthly service. By using AI to streamline this whole workflow, you can easily charge shop owners anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a month just to maintain and optimize their catalogs. It is a highly scalable, recurring monthly revenue stream simply because you're solving a massive headache for these sellers. Because if we really think about it, the crucial point is this. Sellers do not have a keyword problem. They have an execution problem. Knowing the right keywords to use is honestly just theory. The real advantage, and to be frank, the real money, goes to whoever can research fast, generate high-quality tags, and push, say, 40 perfectly optimized listings live in a single week. The speed and volume of publishing is the real bottleneck for most small businesses. And that, right there, is exactly the problem that AI solves. Which brings us to Section 3, the AI optimization workflow. Let's break down the step-by-step process. Okay, here is what the modern Vision AI workflow actually looks like. And honestly, it is incredibly beginner-friendly. First, you just upload a photo of your product. Step 2, the AI actually sees your image, and I mean really sees it. It catches the specific texture of a knitted chunky blanket or the exact way the light hits a piece of resin jewelry. Step 3, it uses all that visual data to generate a hyper-specific natural language title and all 13 Etsy tags based precisely on what it sees. Finally, step 4, you just review it and hit publish. What literally used to take 20 minutes of staring blankly at a manual spreadsheet now takes, maybe 10 seconds? It's wild. And you can actually take this even further by focusing heavily on the buyer's persona. Instead of just asking the AI for generic tags like silver ring, you can prompt the AI to define the specific aesthetic persona of your target buyer. For instance, you could say, hey, describe the persona of who buys this specific item, and give me tags that fit a cottagecore or a dark academia aesthetic.
This is huge because it generates those highly profitable long-tail keywords that perfectly match Etsy's new semantic search. And by semantic search, I mean the algorithm now actually understands the context and the overall vibe of what a buyer wants, rather than just looking for exact robotic word matches. Next up, Section 4, Top Tools for the Job. How do we navigate these new rules?
So, what tools are we actually using for all this? Well, you've got eRank, which is a fantastic free starter tool if you just need basic research. Then there's Everbee, which is super great if you want to legally spy on your competitors and see what's working for them. And, of course, ChatGPT is excellent for just generic brainstorming and ideation. But notice the key difference I want to point out here. Generic AI tools like ChatGPT write prose based on the whole internet, right? While specialized tools like Marmalead, for example, actually tap directly into real Etsy search volume data.
Let's actually look a little closer at why a tool like Marmalead easily justifies its $19 a month price tag, especially if you are turning around and offering this as a paid service to other sellers. It doesn't just guess keywords based on web scraping. It uses real API search volumes straight from the source. Plus, it features this amazing 30-day predictive forecasting, meaning you actually get to see what will be trending next month, not what was trending last month. Add in their browser extension that lets you generate paste-ready titles and tags right there on the Etsy listing page. You are completely bypassing manual spreadsheets. It's a huge time saver.
All right, moving on to Section 5, Avoiding AI Mistakes, because execution absolutely matters. I absolutely love this quote. Use AI as a supplement to your creativity, not a replacement. This is so important to remember. Etsy buyers are on the platform specifically looking for authenticity. They want that human connection. If your entire shop feels like a robot built it, you completely lose that essential handcrafted Etsy feel that draws people there in the first place. Think of it this way. AI is your extremely fast intern. It is not your creative director. You really have to watch out for those lazy AI mistakes. For example, if your listing description constantly uses overly dramatic words like elevate your space or this is a game changer, buyers instantly know it's AI. It's a dead giveaway. Another major pitfall, using AI for customer service replies without strictly feeding it your shop policies first. You definitely do not want a rogue chatbot accidentally promising an angry customer a full refund on a custom, non-refundable wedding dress. That's a disaster. And always manually review your AI-generated SEO to ensure it actually matches that new 15-word natural language limit we talked about.
Finally, Section 6. Start optimizing today. Let's get you an action plan.
Okay, here's your homework. I want you to try this highly focused 7-day sprint. Step 1, audit all your US shipping profiles against that $6 rule. Just go in and fix those first. Step 2, open up Etsy's new search visibility dashboard. It's super helpful because it literally tells you which of your listings are currently being penalized. Step 3, use an AI tool to rewrite the titles of those worst performing listings, making sure they are conversational, natural, and under 15 words. Finally, tag those newly optimized listings and just monitor your views for 30 days. And a quick word of advice, don't touch your best sellers. If it's working, leave it alone. Just use this process to fix the ones that are lagging behind.
To wrap things up, I want to leave you with this somewhat provocative thought. Are you optimizing for an algorithm that literally no longer exists, or are you truly optimizing for the human buyer? Because at the end of the day, that's what Etsy cares about now. Whether you're fixing up your own shop or you're building a highly profitable side hustle offering this exact optimization as a freelance service, you have to stop spending hours staring at spreadsheets. Embrace this new AI workflow, get those products actually seen by buyers, and go start optimizing.